And now I'd like to welcome to the program Bogusław Chrabota, editor-in-chief from Rzeczpospolita. I think I said that right. Hello, sir, and thanks for joining us today.
Yes, you are pretty right. This is Rzeczpospolita, a Polish daily newspaper, I believe prestigious enough to speak with you.
Yes, absolutely it is. And if you know anything about Poland, well, then you know the Rzeczpospolita newspaper. Well, now let's get down to business as far as Pegasus goes. I think actually a lot of our viewers could be wondering, is Pegasus spyware still being used by Polish law enforcement even after this scandal has erupted?
No. Pegasus was withdrawn from Poland in 2022. Israeli government withdrawn the license for Polish government. I don't think they use the same, but similar spywares used all over the world, and I'm not sure if maybe 2023 and probably not today, and other types of such a spyware were in use.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some revelations emerge today regarding General Skrzypczak, that he too was subjected to surveillance by Pegasus spyware, obviously a pretty high-level member of the military. This obviously sheds light on the fact that Polish security, defense security, was also, I suppose, subjected to this sort of surveillance. What are your comments in regards to that? Because this not only affects the person, but also the country at a wider scope.
Yes, I know the news about Mr. Skrzypczak, the former leader of Polish ground forces, but the day that he was under spyware, it was 10 years after his service was over. So he was not a military leader at the time that he was investigated by Pegasus. We have no strict information about the circumstances of this case. General Skrzypczak doesn't want to speak now. His case is under secret proceedings, and I believe that maybe next weeks or months we'll have a bit more knowledge about this case. But in fact, what Mr. Bodnar, the Minister of Justice, said in Polish Parliament today, we know the final statistics. It was 578 people treated with Pegasus since the very beginning of the license, 2017 until 2022. But the scale of wiretapping was much bigger. And these are shocking figures for me, because according to Mr. Bodnar, every year it was from 5,000 to 7,000 people investigated by different technologies of surveillance. And the most shocking thing is that it was in majority cases, in 99% cases, it was under legal supervision of Polish courts and prosecutor offices. It's shocking that the number of refusals by courts was pretty small. It was under 1%. So that's one of the most important conclusions of what Mr. Bodnar said, that we need really very deep reform of Polish justice system in order not to accept of such a scale of surveillance by Polish courts and prosecutors' offices. And that's a challenge for new Ministry of Justice, and of course for Polish Parliament, who should just change the bills which are in favor of such a surveillance.
Right. And Minister of Justice Bodnar used to be the Commissioner of Human Rights, so he has a pretty good idea what needs to be done to protect civil liberties and human rights at the same time. Well, now, Mr. Bodnar recognized this fact that so many of these warrants were issued for electronic surveillance, yes, whether it be under the Pegasus system or whether it be wiretaps, as you've mentioned. Now, let's talk about the potential remedies to this situation, deeper reforms within the judiciary. What reforms are going to be sufficient to protect these human rights, privacy laws, and prevent politicians from spying on the opposition or on journalists or even on members or former members of the military?
First of all, I mean, legal ways of purchasing such systems like Pegasus under state control, not as it was before. As you probably know, it was bought illegally from the Fund of Justice under the control of Ministry of Justice, nobody more. And so first way is purchasing. Second is supervision. And I think that we need some new institutions supervising courts and prosecutors' offices just to protect human rights and not to overuse such system in Poland. And the last thing, this is a special education for judges, that they must, and maybe also just changing the number of courts that are entitled to accept such methods of surveillance. So three important steps. I mean, legal purchasing.
Mr. Chrabota, I'm sorry, we need to interrupt you right now. We have a live press conference with Mr. Biden. Thank you very much for your insight. Thank you, sir.